In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to build a Lego picnic campsite complete with picnic table, barbecue grill, bear-proof cabinet, fire ring, spruce tree, and foliage. Let's start with a 6x8 plate and a 2x4 plate. Let's flip the 6x8 plate over. We're going to place this 2x4 plate along this side. Now we're going to need to make two of these panels. I'm going to slide these two together, and I want to lock these panels together with another 2x4 plate. Let's place a 2x8 plate on the top and a 2x8 plate on the bottom. And you're going to have to press these down firm. Let's slide in another 2x8 plate right here. Let's slide this assembly off to the side. Let's take two more 6x8 plates. I'm going to take a 2x4 plate. I'm going to lock these together like so. Really press that down. I want to take this, we're going to set this on top of these plates. Now we're going to need to make two of these panels in total. So here we have our second panel. Flip it around so these are two facing together. Let's take a 2x8 plate, let's lock them together, and we're going to place two more 2x8 plates on the top and bottom to lock this whole assembly together for our base of our campsite. Let's flip the assembly over, make sure everything is secured. Take three 4x4 quarter round plates. We're going to place them in the corners. Let's start in the upper left. Set that down like so. Let's place one here on the bottom left and one on the bottom right. Take a 1x2 plate and a 1x2 modified plate with stick. Let's place the plate with stick right on top of the 1x2 plate. I'm going to set it right here on these two studs. Take four 1x1 stud flowers. Let's place these right in here. Now you can place these anywhere you wish. This is going to be our fire ring. So basically in this joint. You want to be sure that these are pretty straight. We really won't see them, but we need them straight because we're going to add a few more plates around these. Let's take a 1x2 plate with one knob or jumper plate. Let's place a 1x1 round flat tile right on top of the jumper plate. I'm going to place this one right here. Now we're going to need to make 8 of these in total. So I'm going to place 2 on the top. I'm going to work my way around. So I'll place 2 more here, 2 more on the bottom, and 2 on the right hand side. Now let's take a 1x1 round plate or stud. Let's place a 1x1 round flat tile right on top of the stud. I'm going to place this right here. Now we need to make 4 of these in total. As you can see, now we have a nice rock fire pit. Now take 2 1x1 slopes. We're going to place these right on top of the stud flowers. Place them as shown. Now let's add some fire to the fire pit. Take a 1x1 round plate or stud that has a hole that goes through it and a flame piece. Let's place the flame right inside. We're going to need to make 2 of these in total. We're going to set these inside the stud flowers. I'm going to place these right over the slopes. Looks like we have a nice warm fire burning. For the bear-proof storage, let's take a 2x3x2 cupboard and a 2x3 flat tile. Place the flat tile on the top portion of the cupboard. Now on the bottom, I'm going to flip it over and we're going to attach two 1x2 plates. Now for the door, just take a simple door and we'll place it. Doesn't matter which way you put the door. See if I can get that in there. There we go. For the barbecue grill, start with a 2x4 plate. Place two studs in the center, bottom portion of the 2x4 plate. Let's set down a pair of 1x1 plates with holder on both sides of the studs, followed by a pair of 1x2 by 1x2 angular plates. Let's crown off the top of these with four 1x2 radiator grills. This will make a nice cooktop. Let's rotate it around. Let's place a flat tile on these four studs. Now for the handles, I'm going to take a couple of these flashlight pieces. Let's place these like so, where we have these two ridges on the inside. Let's flip the assembly over. And the center tube, let's take a 1x1 by 1 2/3 telescope to set that down right in there. And we have a nice outdoor barbecue. Let's set our barbecue right on this stud. And we'll place our bear cabinet right here. Let's make some green foliage. Let's take a 5x6 leaf piece. Take a holder with stick. Let's place it in this portion of the leaf assembly. Let's take another 5x6 leaf assembly. Place it on like so, where the stick goes through. I'm going to take another leaf assembly and place it right on top of the previous two. Set these just like that. Let's set the holder right on the 1x2 plate with stick. You may have to wiggle that in a bit. It snaps right in place. Now we can just adjust this as needed. Kind of go around the fire ring. That looks good. For the spruce tree, start with a 2x2 round brick and a 10 stud long cross axle. Place the cross axle inside the 2x2 round brick. Now I want to take 7 more. We're just going to push these down and lock them into place. Now the cross axle is going to give the base of the spruce tree a bit more support. We'll just keep threading these on. Take another 2x2 round brick and a 10 stud long cross axle. Slip the cross axle in the round brick. Let's place 3 more round bricks on top of the previous. Now, take a 2x2 modified plate with 8 sticks. I think that's its official name. Let's push this right on top. Then we're going to proceed with 2 more 2x2 round bricks. And another 2x2 modified plate with 8 sticks, followed by another 2x2 round brick, and another 2x2 modified plate with 8 sticks. Let's take our 8 round brick assembly. I'm going to place it right here on the corner of our 4x4 round plate. And I'm going to take this top portion and set it right on top of the previous assembly. Have to really force that down. Work it in very slow. Sometimes you may have to adjust these round bricks as needed. Looks good. Let's add branches to the spruce tree. Take a 5x6 leaf element and a stick with holder. Let's place it in this portion of the branch like so, where the stick goes in the bottom portion of the leaf assembly. We're going to need to make 16 of these in total. Let's attach our leaf assemblies to these 2 sets of modified plates. I'm going to start with the bottom one first. I'm just going to take the holder and snap it in like so. Here's a bit of a trick. I'm going to skip every other stick. We're going to stick 4 of these on here first. Now we're just going to take our time. We don't need to rush through this. We don't want things to break. We don't want any boo-boos or dropping parts. Put this one on the back side. Now I'm going to take the remaining sticks. We're going to place leaf elements on these. Now things will fall into place, but you may have to adjust these as needed. Here we go. Get that they're just right. We want it to look rugged anyways. There we go. Place some in the back. To make sure we filled everything up. Looks good. We'll do the same thing for the middle tier. We'll just start again. Put them on every other stick. Lots of work, but it does look really nice. Now we're going to go and do the other sticks. Almost got it. Got one more left to put on. That's the last one right there. For the top branches of the spruce tree, take a 5x6 leaf element and a stick with holder. In this opening, place the stick in like so, on the bottom portion of the 5x6 leaf assembly. Now we need to make 4 of these in total. Now let's place our last 4 assemblies on the last tier or tree. I'm going to start in opposite directions. I'm going to work on these 2 sides. May have to wiggle things in a bit. Trees require a lot of patience to put together, because a lot of things can go wrong and break. Getting the last one on is always a chore. That's when things start breaking apart. There we go. Looks pretty good. Take a 6-branch flower stem and 6 stud flowers. Let's place the stud flowers on each branch. This is going to take a bit of time. We're going to need to place each flower on each branch. We're going to need to make 10 of these in total. Let's place a stud flower right on the stick of the branch assembly. Now we're going to need to make 5 of these in total. Let's take 3 of our stud flower assemblies. We're going to place them around the base of our spruce tree to give this area a bit of foliage. You're going to have to rotate these in a bit so we can work around the trunk of the spruce tree. Get that in there just right. For the remainder, I'm going to place them right next to the bear-proof cabinet. So I'm going to place one here and one right here. Take a 1x1 round brick and a 1x1 brick with 4 knobs. Let's place the brick with 4 knobs right on top of the 1x1 round brick. Let's take one of our branch assemblies. We're going to work on one side. And then we're going to take 3 more. We're just going to keep rotating around. Now as you're doing this, you do want to kind of rotate these in a bit to make sure that the flowers are interlocking with the others. To fill everything in, just rock those in. Usually the last one is a bit of a chore. And when you do this, just make sure you do it very slow. So adjustment is needed. Then we're going to put the last branch assembly right on top. Slowly work that in and just rotate till everything locks in place. Let's set our bush right on this stud. Set that down nice and gentle. Let's start the picnic table with 2 1x8 plates and a 1x8 flat tile. Let's go in by one stud. We're going to set this 1x8 on top of the previous. Let's set a 1x8 flat tile right next to the 1x8 plate. Let's slide in a 1x8 plate on the other side. We're going to need to add the same assembly on this side. We're going to skip the 4 studs, place in a 1x8 flat tile and a 1x8 plate. Let's flip the assembly over. Take 2 1x2 plates, place them on top of one another, and we're going to skip in one stud. We're going to place this assembly down. We're going to make 4 of these in total. We're going to put them on the other remaining areas. Flip the assembly over. Let's take a pair of 1x4 brick with arch, place them in these areas. For the tabletop, place 2 1x8 flat tiles on the center studs and 2 1x8 plates on the outer studs. Now the plates with the studs are meant to attach minifigures and accessories to the picnic table. Now let's place the picnic table inside the campsite area. Here we have Jay the Surfer. As you can see, he can sit on the studs. It doesn't fall off. And you can also attach plates and stuff to the remaining studs on the top. Now this can be expanded to your liking. This is just for demonstration purposes, but it does look really nice with my red pickup truck and camper shell. So just imagine if this was expanded a bit more, it'd make a complete campsite. Looks really nice. If you're interested in building the red pickup truck and the camper shell, I will have links posted in the description for both those tutorials, as well as on the end cards of the video.